Hi guys, I still have a lot of videos for you guys about this Danish deception, but there's one that I want to bring to you guys today because it has been going viral on all social media platforms, and that is Onyeka blaming black women for going after her, for criticizing her, for not siding with her. So Onyeka made a video calling out black women, saying that black women did not support her, that black women were the people who criticized her the most. And she was so very surprised to see the kind of hate coming from black women. And a lot of black women have replied Onyeka, so I will let you watch Onyeka's video. Before I let you watch Onyeka's video and the replies of other black women, I want you to watch this very video that have been going viral on all social media because of what the black woman said in her video. And also I want you to watch how a lot of white women are reacting to this saga.
I'm afraid Onyeka lied to all of you and you fell for it. At least by omission, at the very least. She forgot to tell y'all one very important detail, which is she wanted mixed babies and her mom and dad wanted mixed grandbabies. But you had on blue eyes and blonde hair colored shades, so that's all you could see is the genetics. You were like, ooh, these genetics are gonna eat. Damn. $5,000? Not a problem. The genetics are gonna eat. And your mom and dad were like, oh, are you both grandbabies are coming? Or you both grandbabies are coming in the house? Are you daft? Are you taking a piss, fam? What do you mean? You sent that man your passport details. Are you mad? And if you're not Nigerian, Ghanaian, African, like, you may need to sit out in the comments and let the Africans explain to you what I'm talking about. Because what do you mean your mom and dad were offering to pay for the traditional and this and that and that and the third? Typically, the bride's family is not forking up a motherfucking dime for a wedding. And don't insert Temi or Tedala. Don't talk about rich people. That's different. Like, my daughter's gonna have what they have different. Typically, the groom is showing up with a dowry. You're paying my dad for raising me, my mom for taking care of me, all that stuff. You're paying my cousins for playing with me. You're paying my uncles for... You're paying people just to take me out the home. Like, you're taking the prize out of the home, so you're paying. In no world is anybody from the bride's family paying for a canopy, a plastic chair, a schnapp, a goat, nothing. The bride's family is not forking up a dime. So the fact that her mom and dad were willing to pay for whatever crazy work, okay? Also, we would never be here if this man was black, African, person of color, whatever, because you would have never lent him $1, let alone 5, 10, 15, 20,000, 30, however much you ended up loaning him. A black man would have never been brave enough to go ask your friends, husbands and stuff for money. They most especially wouldn't have given it to him. I'm not even making this up. I don't know this girl from Adam, never met her, and I dare her to come on here and say I'm lying. If this man was black, if this man was African, if this man was from your damn tribe, from your same village, we wouldn't be here because you wouldn't even look at him, let alone send your passport fucking details. What do you mean? You know why you really lost me? When you had the nerve to talk about something, you were going to the village and he was packing a Rolex watch and you were like, do you know where you're going? We're going to the village. They're going to rob you. Oh, whoa. Now you're trying to stop the hustle of your people. I'm kidding. Now, they definitely would have robbed his ass. But the reason he was bringing that watch is he knew it wasn't motherfucking real. But honestly, though, yeah, just say you wanted mixed babies and we will let it go. But you coming on here. Oh, and I have the nerve to talk about something. I took his passport so he couldn't leave, huh? I see you posting about you finally left him and you have peace. No, my love, he left you. How he leave you? Also, very brave of you to be taking trips when you owe somebody money. People are like, oh, she's an African. How did it? Because she's not an African. She's an Africant. Every time I saw you tuck your braids behind your ears, I knew what time it was. Crypto and Kryptonisha, you could have never been in the living room talking about, oh my God, we're going to fix it. If that was a black man, you would have detached. You would have removed yourself from the situation. I don't know how you came to the conclusion of royal title and $400,000 pay. My sister, if somebody has a $400,000 pay job, they don't borrow $3,000 from you. Hello? Amen? The family is rich. The family is rich. Royal titles. Oh, he kept showing me screenshots and emails. You ever heard of Fiverr? You ever heard of Canva? You ever heard of any type of editing app, tool, PixArt? Email, girl, I could create an email right now. Esquire, who, JD from who. Send over an email. Yeah. Tax document, this, that. That's what you saw? How was the apartment that you Googled that wasn't his apartment already not sending you in the deep end? Oh, he's gonna sell the 2 apartments in Copenhagen. They don't exist, my love. The business account doesn't exist. And after all that, he left you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
I am absolutely sick to my stomach on how people are reacting to the Danish deception storytime videos. Lack of empathy I am seeing online from fellow women is actually disturbing. Now let's talk about the part where everybody is clowning her for, which is the fact that this man lied about being a royal and claimed to be an Olympian, and a lot of people are saying that this is on her, this is her fault, she was dumb, she was ignoring the red flags and the warning signs. And the thing that you're completely missing in this story time is that this is a professional con man. This is somebody who was clever enough to even con some of his friends back home. And when someone like this gaslights you, love bombs you, and when someone gives you the type of love and attention that you have been starved for your entire life, you are going to protect that love, not interrogate it. It is the same logic behind why cult members stay in cults even when the cult leaders are saying absolutely crazy, outlandish stuff. Once you are emotionally invested, your brain actually prioritizes maintaining the lie over seeking truth. This is something called aspirational trust, and it is a psychological phenomenon where someone believes another person not because of the evidence or logic, but because that person embodies something they aspire to have, admire, or want to be close to. Obviously, Onyeka is aspiring to live a certain kind of lifestyle, to come across a certain way on social media. So all of you people saying, oh, I would have Googled him immediately, I would have clocked him immediately for what he is. If you were in her psychological state, where she is in fact the victim, no, you would have not. And about the comment that she made about the girl that was seen with her ex out on a date that she said was a 1 out of 10 that looked like an H word. People were jumping on that as if it's some smoking gun, that she's not a good person, that she somehow deserves this. And all that proved to me is what I've known all along listening to her story, and that is she's a deeply insecure woman who at no matter what cost just desperately needs to be loved and chosen by a man. Onyeka wasn't stupid, she was targeted, and any woman could be in her position, and I honestly feel that the lack of empathy for her is pretty sad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and if you agree with my take.
I didn't think I was gonna make another video about victim blaming, but I received this message and I could not bite my tongue anymore because y'all, what are we doing? I received countless messages from victims similar to this, and it's just so heartbreaking because I thought that me sharing my story would give them the courage to come forward and share their stories too, but they're seeing a lot of the backlash and it's being directed towards the victim and not the abuser, and that does not make any sense to me. People go through situations similar to what I went through. They're already experiencing so much shame, so much embarrassment, so much emotional trauma, and these comments are actually contributing to the silence of other victims, and because of that, you're giving the power back to the abusers. Scammers don't prey on stupid people, they prey on vulnerability, hope, love, and most importantly, trust. If y'all have any negative comments to say, feel free to send them directly to me because I can handle it. Y'all can call me a pick-me girl, y'all can call me desperate, but guess what? The only people who I care about their opinions are the people that know me as a person. A lot of y'all are making this into a race thing, which does not make any sense to me because a lot of Black men and Black women scam all the time. I just watched a documentary on Netflix where a woman got scammed out of $2 million, and guess what? Her husband was Black. And this might not be your intention, but when you're blaming race, you're actually minimizing the fraud and the actual damage that was caused by the scam. So we're on the topic of race. I'm not gonna lie, guys, the most hateful messages I've been seeing are coming from Black women, and that's actually really surprising to me because I thought we were here to protect each other and lift each other's voices. So what's going on? I'm not gonna fight hate with hate, so I'm just gonna end this video saying let's all do better, let's practice empathy, let's practice love, and if you're a victim out there, just know that your voice deserves to be heard.
And that's all I needed to know. The first red flag was you pronouncing your name the way you did. The second red flag was the fact that you said that man had blonde hair, blue eyes, and you were just so like, and then the third red flag was you running that much bread to that man and just still going on trips with him while you were, you know, owing money. Like, and there's a shit ton of red flags, but here's my thing. Instead of her actually taking accountability, you know, like what Risa Tisa did, this is why Risa Tisa's, like, series popped off because Risa Tisa was done with the man. Risa Tisa was over it. Risa Tisa was ready to tell her story because she had, like, you know, dealt with everything, coped with everything. She's not over that man. But anyways, as I was saying, instead of her actually taking accountability, she's going to blame it on the black women. That's all I needed to know. And then I find out that she follows JD Vance, Trump, and Candace Owens. And that's another all I needed to know. And then somebody pulled up her social media and she's like the only black girl in her friend group. So that's all I really needed to know. You want allyship when you're not an ally. You want us to sit here and protect you when you wouldn't do the same. What are you talking about? You're part of the 8%. You were never part of the 92%. Mind you, I've seen criticism from all races, all different women on this girl and this whole Danish deception, but of course she's going to pick specifically black women. Like, that goes to show her character. Ma'am, stop lying to yourself. The only reason why that man was able to scam that much bread out of you and your family and friends is because he was white. He was white, blonde hair with blue eyes. It's called white proximity. Please, stop playing with us. Like, really stop gaslighting us. Like, just, God, like, this is why your series isn't doing what you thought it was going to do. She's not ready to come to terms or, like, actually look introspectively on why this happened to her and why she trusted that man so much and why a lot of us are sitting here, like, just kind of flabbergasted and like, girl. It also doesn't help that ex-friends are coming out and literally letting the class know that they did warn her about this man and she, instead of like actually listening, blocked them. So it's like you had some sort of inkling that this man wasn't a good person, yet you were so stuck on the white man that had blonde-haired, blue eyes and was Danish royalty. For you got lost in the sauce.
It seems like you're still living in this your bubble, because I'm not understanding what you mean by you're getting a lot of hate comments from black women. I have seen multiple videos made from other races, black, white, yellow, green, all of them. Everybody's talking about your story and everybody is literally saying the same thing. So I don't know why you're trying to make it a you versus black women thing. And you're literally confirming the rhetoric out there that you do not embrace your blackness. Now, let's be honest. Let's be very real. If you had a couple or at least a sprinkle of black people in your circle, you probably would have been able to avoid most of these mistakes in the first place. What you had was a lot of enablers. You had a lot of enablers in your circle, and that's why you're in the mess that you're in now. So don't put that on us. You put a story out there. You made it seem like this guy, like literally, you made it seem like this guy blew powder in your face and took away all your senses, took away your sight, your hearing, and everything, and just made you a zombie and did all this stuff to you. No, you deliberately saw the red flags and you twisted it to make it so that you don't lose your fairy tale. And that's what people are calling you out for. So please, let's not do that. I don't like that. Oh, this black woman, black woman. Please, girl, you're a black woman yourself, whether you want to embrace it or not. Now, you have to understand that this story that you told, this 25-part mini-series that you put out, you also expose your friends and family to harm because of your own selfish interests. So understand that when your friends and family read these things online, they're human beings, and I guarantee you that they're going to notice that what the public is saying is true, and they're going to start to evaluate their friendships with you, whether you want to believe it or not. So get ready for that. Number 3, I really hope therapy works for you. I really hope that you open your eyes, because the way you are going, it looks like this kind of thing can happen to you again and again and again and again. My sister, you are going to have to get real, whether you like it or not. Talking about, it's really disappointing that most of the hate I'm receiving is from black women. Girl, bye. Don't even go there with that nonsense.
I think a really frustrating part with this whole Danish deception thing has been Onyeka's response, and specifically in calling out black women for or criticism of her. But what she's failing to realize, and I think what a lot of black people that have internalized racism fail to realize, is that she's constantly taking race out of it. And it's almost like she doesn't see herself as a black woman, even though she is very proudly Nigerian, and she has expressed she's very proud of her nationality and all of that. But there's something about a token black person that they never see the aspect of race in situations. They always think that they are the exception, and they always think that other people don't see it, you know? And it doesn't affect other people's perception. And even in her response in calling out Black women and saying that this Black man can do this as well, no one said Black people cannot scam other Black people. No one mentioned that. All we are saying is that you allowed yourself to continue being scammed, and you continued going with this lie or believing him without question because you wanted that white proximity. So you were willing to sacrifice common sense for that. And that is an issue. That is what we're calling out. Because you usually, those type of Black people are more trusting of white people for some reason, as well as they are more likely to allow themselves to be used and sometimes abused just for the sake of being with a white person.
Okay, so this is just a friendly reminder to everyone. Please remember, whenever that you decide to share something with the internet, you're allowing people to create and have thoughts about the situation, the view, the new car. So whenever you're posting something, be mindful that things might not be received the way you want them to be received or portrayed. And it is okay to get off the internet for a minute. I wanted to make this video because I see that Onyeka is going with the rhetoric that Black women are the ones that are hating on her the most during these trifling times, but the reality is they are the ones who give a shit. If you haven't realized, they're not trying to hate on you or anything like that. We're just trying to make sure that you have enough discernment next time and to dismantle the ideas that have been created by yourself, by society, by even your parents, so that you can reconstruct yourself in a way that's a lot healthier and that is honest. Because the reality is, if you keep going through this cycle of being the victim, and everything happened because of my ex, you're not going to be able to move forward in a manner that's going to be beneficial for your own good. Your best friend Natalie making a video saying how awesome you are and that you see the world from a positive lens is very telling. I don't think that you're a bad person. You seem like a very sweet person. But the reality of the matter is this. If you keep surrounding yourself with people who are in la la land, okay, you're going to be hit with reality more and more, and it's not going to help you. It's best to do this. If I was you, this is what I would do. I would first stop trying to defend myself and try to change people's perspective on the situation, because you're never going to be able to. People have formed their opinions are their opinions, just like you had your opinions. They have their opinions, and it's okay to respect them, and there's no reason to go into people's comment section and go off. 2, this is very fresh, okay? It is okay to take time off the internet, take a step back, talk to your therapist, make sure it's a Black therapist or a therapist who understands what life could be like as a person of color in majority of white spaces. So maybe they can help you navigate that as well. Because there's a deeper issue that you might have not had addressed before, or that you've never thought about, that has led you to be the person that you are today. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or that you're a bad person, but you need to be able to go back and analyze things from a different perspective. I want to say this. I myself have grown up in a lot of white spaces, and I will tell you that I've had in my life more white people treat me better than I have nastily, right? So I'm very comfortable around white folks. I have nothing against white folks, but there are so many things that have happened in my life that when I was able to analyze, I realized that those things shaped the way that I viewed myself. It shaped the way that I maybe valued myself, and I had to go back to unlearn those things to be in a better position and in a better relationship with my Blackness, okay? At the end of the day, we can pretend that we don't see color, but color and race plays a huge part in how we navigate the world. And if there's no one to tell you that, and you want to continue living in a delusional world, then it's going to do you no good to even be on the internet defending yourself or trying to even tell us a story if there's no sense of accountability. And I hope that helps.
Okay, one more thing. I've seen a lot of people talking about the difference between how white women are reacting to Onyeka's story and people of color or black people. Obviously, Onyeka herself has said that the people who have been her harshest critics are black women. And I think that that's a very interesting difference between how black women and black people move through relationships with each other and how white people move through relationships with each other. White people in general don't always say what they think in the same way that black people do, right? So a white woman might see something awry, she'll make a note of it, she'll definitely clock it, but she may not be willing to share that with her friend, for example. So let's say she sees her friend making a bad decision. Like, it's not always the case, because it's just not how they were raised, that she would then tell her friend, oh, I think you're making a bad decision. Oh, this is a bad move. I don't think you should make this move. If her friend asks her for advice, she may then be like, oh, actually, I do agree that you shouldn't do this. But without the solicitation of advice, she's unlikely to say anything. I think this is different than like black women or men, people of color. I think we grow up in a society where we do speak our mind more. And so it may come off harshly, but only because we just generally tend to be, you grew up in a household where your auntie said whatever to you, you just have to deal with it. And so you kind of grow up being the same way, where you just say whatever kind of comes to your mind. Not in like a rude way, of course you have a filter, but you just are more comfortable speaking your mind. And that is I think, cultural difference that we're seeing online, is that white people generally do not speak their minds in the same way that black people do. And that's why it feels as though black women are coming for you, people of color are coming for you, and white people aren't. That's my interpretation of things, but I would love to know what other people think in the comments.
Please, can someone take Onyeka's phone, please? Because we're on the phone, Nakia. Onyeka, you don't need to explain anymore. Just let the story die. Because, I'm saying it as your village member, Sister Biko. It's okay. You don't need to explain anything else to us. We hear you. No more. No more. You know why this Onyeka story is so fucking funny? It's so embarrassing, because I can just imagine her before she made the video. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna tell the world how that motherfucker played me. Cause, tell you the truth, Onyeka would have never left that man if he didn't find his own dignity to walk away. He felt sorry for her. That's why he left her. And she came online like, I'm gonna embarrass that bastard. You leave me? You're gonna leave me after you stole money from me? She really thought she was the one who was the victim. And imagine you came online to embarrass somebody who did you wrong. And now you're embarrassed because, well, he did you right. Oh, God, it's so funny. I know she's fucking pissed.
Now, before I tell you guys my opinion on this, I want to warn every Nigerian watching this. Please hold your heart, because what I'm about to say may scatter your heart, especially Nigerian women. Recently, I have been having a lot of thoughts about Nigerians and how we behave towards each other. I watched a video, which I will make video about, saying that Nigerians take pride in destroying each other and tagging it hard love. And honestly, that gets to me, because currently in China, if you see what Nigerians in China are doing to me, you ask me whether I share the same countries with these people, but that is how Nigerians are. Onyeka have been receiving a lot of hate, not just hate, mockery, a lot of mockery. I feel like the whole thing have shifted from criticism to basically people mocking her. And I'm so worried about her. I'm worried about her health. I'm worried about how she's feeling. And I hope her family is somewhere close to her before she on her life herself. Because the hate is so much. And the one that is hurting me, the one that pained me the most are the hate comments coming from Nigerian women, coming from Igbo women, like this woman that just spoke right now. Now, let me start from the person that just spoke right now that is laughing and mocking Onyeka. Few months ago, this woman was on TikTok dragging, insulting her ex-husband, who is a Nigerian, who she used her money, go to Nigeria, pay his bride price, pay his everything, make paper for him, bring him to America. The guy came to America and wanted to do what this Oyibo man did to Onyeka. And because of the fact that she's an Igbo girl, she's a Nigerian, and the man is a Nigerian, she'd be like, I want a divorce. And even with that divorce, her family, yes, her family, this woman family sided with the man. As we speak today, this girl is no longer with her husband, which she used her money to go pay his bride price in Nigeria and take her to America in the name of marriage. She's no longer with him, and also she's no longer with her family because of the fact that Nigerians value marriage, her family sided with her husband. She basically lost everything she worked hard for in America because she went to Nigeria to take a Nigerian man to America in the name of marriage. But this same girl have been making mockery of Onyeka for so long. I don't care about what every other woman said. I also hold her accountable in one of my videos. But I don't care about what every other woman said. The one that is busting my brain are comments from Nigerian women. Igbo Nigerian women. The same people will do the same thing because of how marriage is in Nigeria. Large majority of these women mocking Onyeka will do the same thing if they are in Onyeka's shoe. If they have the money, they will do the same thing. A lot of these people give men their money in the name of boyfriend, but they are here mocking Onyeka. I feel like this thing is getting me angry. I wanted to make a video about it yesterday. I'll be like, with the kind of anger I have in me, if I make the video, you guys will be like, I'm attacking everybody. I'll be like, let me not talk about it. But I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how black women went after Onyeka. And it is not okay. It is good to criticize her, right? It is okay to be like, oh, you are a pick me. This is where you go wrong. But I do not see people basically giving her constructive criticism. A lot of people are hating, mocking her. A lot of people use this opportunity to break her down. A lot of people are using this opportunity to destroy her mentally, emotionally, and everything she stands for because she have the boldness to come and tell her story. It is bad, honestly. This thing is paining me. You know why it's paining me? Because I know that a lot of Nigerian women will still do the same thing if they have the money because marriage is highly valued in Nigeria. I don't want to know what black American women are saying, right? Because I don't know how it is in America, right? I don't know how it is in every other country. But I'm speaking as a Nigerian because I saw a lot of Nigerian women contributing to this and nobody show any kind of empathy or sympathy as somebody who understands how marriage is in Nigeria. Yes, you have the right to criticize her. You have the right to say what she did wrong. But mocking her, basically beating her down, is bad. Remember, this lady just got divorced. She said she got her divorce. She signed her divorce paper on the 4th of November. Yes, she signed her divorce paper on the 4th of November. And coming to the internet to talk to black women, and this is what she got. I still maintain, I don't care about every other woman, right? I do not care. But what broke my heart is the comment from Nigerians. I have blocked a lot of people on TikTok because of this whole issue. Like, it got to a point I started blocking people because whenever I open my TikTok, all I see are people making mockery of her, making mockery of the way she was happy during the time she was with the man. Like, nobody is even thinking about any other thing other than, oh, you are so whitewashed, you are so whitewashed. A lot of you guys will do the same. A lot of you guys are still doing the same with your black men that beat you up. To think that the only people who show any sign of empathy are white women. I also see some black American women. There's a black American woman I followed here on YouTube. Her name is Shelly or something like that, or Shacey. She made a video, and I love the way she put her video, right? I love the way she put her statement, right? She criticized Onyeka, but then again went ahead and said, I understand this and this. Like, this thing, they are making it seem like it's just one straight. It's just one part. No. A lot of black women are doing worst. A lot of black women are doing more than Onyeka did with black men. A lot of black women are doing a lot with black men. And remember, this man did everything but never laid his hands on her, even when she was challenging him. The time she said the fight escalated and the man be like, I'm going out, I'm going to sleep outside tonight. Will a black man do that? How many black men will you have arguments with? And they will be like, I'm going to sleep outside because they are avoiding hitting you. Honestly, the way we are making this thing about, oh, she's so whitewashed, white people hate black people. Now some group of people are making it white men hate black women. I have said it, white men hate black women. White men hate black women. I feel like you guys, a lot of people are just waiting for any little opportunity to criticize interracial marriage and be like, black women don't supposed to go outside of their race. And I also see a lot of black men in the comment section of a lot of videos saying that black women are for black men. Who tell you that? Who tell you that? Who tell you that black women are for black men only?